Hello, and I want to welcome our first guest tonight, Mario Pochat, vendor of the chair. How's it going?
Okay, I'm always the guest. What's going on? I'm always here.
Available every night. What are we doing today?
Okay, for me I have Ghostbusters, Heavy Metal, the film, animated, and Space Jam.
Sounds
what
good.
do you have?
I'm talking about the Netflix series called Cat Burglar, the comic book Captain Carter, and the nominations for Best Animated Short Film.
Excellent. Stick around.
I need a transparent ghost and use this costume.
Hey, is this my cycling jacket?
Yeah, this is your costume for the ghost. Use blue screen.
No one uses blue screen.
I want blue screen.
CG.
Blue screen.
CG.
Just blue screen.
Okay, so let's go to Ghostbusters, and then why am I bringing this up? Do you know Ivan Reitman?
Very famous director and producer.
No, you didn't know who he was. Anyway, for the public, that Ivan Reitman doesn't sound familiar. Now, he's made a lot of things. His IMDb page is one of the longest IMDb pages that I've seen in my entire life. I mean, maybe 100 years in this industry. I've never seen an IMDb like that size.
But people that don't know what IMDb stands for, Internet Movie Database.
Yeah, that's where you see all the resumes, the filmography for everybody like him and me. I have like a lot, he has like one.
From my high school to adulthood, this guy brought brilliant comedy to the screen, guys.
You mean Ivan or me?
Ivan Reitman.
There you go, good. So yeah, Ivan Reitman, he doesn't sound as familiar, right? But he has done all these films. But let's focus on the films that have visual effects and animation. So Ghostbusters 1984, and this is a sequence that they meet for the first time face to face with Slimy, a green ghost. And back in those days, the effects, no CG, very small, very few shots, but then would be mainly practical shots. That means that people on the same stage would be moving things, like shaking things up. And then Slimy was actually a puppet against a blue screen. And they keyed that out so you see it acting. Great special effects. Hold that you're gonna see.
There's a lot of 2D animation in here. All
there
this
you go.
Energy.
So, yeah. So the energy from the gun, it's 2D animated. Now, what do you?
All right, so I want to talk about this Netflix series that's coming out. It's called Cat Burglar. It's an interactive cartoon done in the Tex Avery cartoon style, and interactive means that the viewer is controlling the action of this cartoon. The cartoon can be anywhere between, I only have 2 images. There's a second one.
I'm interacting with you.
That's a very Tex Avery take that's happening right there. The cartoon could be anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes long, but they actually created 90 minutes of possibilities for the cartoon. You can play the game, watch the cartoon over and over again.
I noticed you said game.
Well, because it reminds me of the first interactive game, which was Dragon's Lair, done by the Don Bluth studio. Another character in there, which was Princess Daphne.
Exactly.
Remember this game?
Yeah, these games were amazing. Like before I knew that I wanted to be an animator, I was playing those games.
They were stand-up games.
These games, the
back
graphics.
in 1983.
Yeah, the graphics were mind-blowing. Like back in those days, pixel games, and then you see this. Completely full-on, full motion, full animation, interactive games.
Another one they came out with the same year, Space Ace, Dirk the Daring, and his girlfriend Daphne. And that's what the game looked like.
That's awesome. The only computer that was able to play those games was the Amiga Commodore computer.
Now,
history.
Talking about the Tex Avery style. Tex Avery was a very famous director back in the 30s and 40s, and he worked for Warner Brothers and MGM. And he was known for doing these wild, wacky cartoons, really exaggerated takes, right? This is the wolf with bulging eyes. Extreme fast timing, surreal humor, very violent, and his characters even broke the fourth wall, where they would talk to the audience.
So what's the fourth wall? What I'm doing right now?
Yes, you're talking to those guys.
Look
for this
I'm gonna break the fourth
February 22nd of this year.
Now at Tex Avery, it's also, you're gonna see his style of animation in the movie The Mask.
True,
right?
True. That was the first time they did it in CG animation.
Yeah.
Blue screen. We don't have blue screens. How about a blue wall? Oh, this thing right here. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, nailed it. go. Ghostbusters.
Now let's go with the career of Ivan Reitman. And then the other film that he made that we know, especially you because he was more on that generation, would be Heavy Metal. So what is this about? Because you've seen it and you experienced when this was premiering back in those years.
1981. It's based on the magazine, right? The publication called Heavy Metal. And Heavy Metal really is reprinting European cartoonists.
Yeah.
It's very adult. It's very graphic, very violent,
Right.
very almost X-rated, R-rated.
Yeah, exactly.
Quite a
Word of
few
mouth, word of
different
mouth.
studios did pieces. Did you know?
Yeah.
Like in Montreal, I think they did some in Toronto, in the States.
It's fully 2D animated, right? And it's a full feature film on that.
Different sequences. The next one I'm talking about, guys, is really interesting to me. It's called Captain Carter. It's a comic book, but it started with, at Marvel Comic Books Company, a series called What If, right? And it's all about alternative realities. You know, what if something different happened? And they turned that into an animated series on Disney Plus. And Captain Carter was in the first episode. It's about what if instead of Steve Rogers, it was his girlfriend, Peggy Carter, that became Captain America. It was great. The series is great. I highly recommend it. And now they're going to do a comic book, a mini series about what if she woke up today, got frozen in ice after World War II, and she wakes up 80 years later.
Yeah. So I saw this one on Disney Plus. Everyone can see it. It says what if, and for the first time you see a woman or a female character with the outfit from Captain America. Why now? Was that in the old comics or is this a new spin?
This is just a new story.
Yeah.
Right? That's
It just goes with the trends of like female.
Well, this is the
Led.
whole idea of what if. What if Spider-Man had joined the Fantastic Four? What if Spider-Man's girlfriend hadn't died?
Yeah. I get like, what if you don't play video games?
Could happen.
So let's keep on going with the Ivan Reitman's career. And then they produced also the sequel for Ghostbusters,
Yes.
1989. And then the sequel, they had, better scripts, better film, better effects.
Wow, huge stars. Sigourney Weaver was starring in this one.
Yeah, and also you're gonna see that on the effects, what was really hard to get was the CG organic movement like slimy and also the transparency.
How's that ghost scene going?
The ghost, pretty awesome actually.
I want to see it. Show it to me.
Done. Yeah, ooh, okay. You gotta get the transparency.
You got the transparency?
Perfect. Blue screen works.
Okay,
Wait till they premiere it.
got it.
You'll be surprised. Bye, boss. Let's see. So there was another movie that came out, not from him though, but this is a good comparison. And that came out in 1997. And this is a sequence where Robin Williams, so he is...
Brilliant comedian.
Yeah, he's a mad scientist in this film, and then he makes this creature, right? But you're gonna see now for the first time in CG that they can have an organic character. He holds it, right? They're match moving the film.
You can see through it.
Yeah, you can see through it. The transparency in CG now is working, right? And he just grabs it, he pulls it to the sides, and you see the interaction between CG and the live actor, which in Ghostbusters wasn't there yet.
Right. All right, my final story is talking about the Academy Award nominations for Best Animated Short Film. We have different films. Robin, I mentioned before, a stop motion musical about a bird raised by mice. The Windshield Wiper. Have you seen that?
No,
I haven't seen any of these myself. It's about a man asking, what is love? And
Now, the reason that we don't see these short films is because typically they don't have them to the public yet. They go through the festival circuit.
Yes.
That's the only way they can get
nominated. The next film, Affairs of the Art. It's about a factory worker obsessed with drawing and done by longtime traditional animator Joanna Quinn. Brilliant artist.
I mean, that looks amazing, yeah.
Next, Box Ballet. This is about a boxer falling in love with a ballerina.
You mean like a dog?
Not a dog, a real boxer. Next, Beast.
Nah, doesn't say beast.
Well,
Spanish.
translate it to Beast.
Bestia.
It's the bestia. This one's about a secret police agent working for the Chilean military dictatorship. see that every day.
Yeah. So let's keep on going with Ivan. Close it. Ivan Reitman. Now, unfortunately, Ivan passed away this week.
Yes.
It was announced on the news, and one of the last films that he was doing or directing was Ghostbusters, and then he passed the baton to his son, Jason Reitman, and he directed Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yeah, no, that's amazing. A couple more movies that he made for you. Do you know Space Jam, the first one with Michael Jordan, and then the latest one with James LeBron.
So it's the same idea where they're taking animated characters, in this instance it's Warner Brother characters, and adding live action, right?
Yeah. Interesting process, same match moving process, CG match move, and that's how they superimpose the animation.
Well, it's great to see these Warner Brother characters staying in the public eye, because it's a new generation, right? Being introduced to them. Thanks for coming. Oh, I do have one thing. I'm doing a webinar next week, February 23rd, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Drop by if you can.
Okay, I'm gonna attend that one myself.
Bye guys.
See ya.